When she asked me to sit down at the kitchen table that night, her tone was calm but rehearsed, like someone who practiced their lines in front of a mirror. "I think I need some space," Emma said gently, as if she were doing me a favor. The words landed softly, but the meaning hit hard. Space. Such a harmless word, yet always meant the same thing. Someone's already halfway gone. I kept my face still, though my chest felt heavy. I asked what she meant, and she gave the usual vague phrases. "I'm just overwhelmed. I need to find myself again. It's not about you." She even managed a small, polite smile that only made it hurt more. For years, I'd supported her through every storm, believed in her when she didn't believe in herself. And now, suddenly I was the one she needed distance from. I nodded slowly, pretending to understand. "Take all the space you need," I told her. Something flickered across her face. Surprise, maybe even discomfort. She had expected me to beg, to plead, to fight for her. But I didn't. That night, while she slept soundly beside me, I stared at the ceiling, running through every odd thing I'd ignored for months. The late nights, the secretive texts, the way her smile no longer reached her eyes. I knew then that space wasn't about fixing things. It was preparation for leaving. So I started paying attention. I didn't confront her right away. I just observed. And within a week, I saw the first sign. A name I didn't recognize flashed across her phone screen. One she quickly swiped away when she noticed me nearby. I said nothing. My chest tightened, but I stayed calm. If she wanted space, I'd give it to her. But I wasn't going to be blind. As the days passed, the pattern grew clearer. Emma wasn't searching for herself. She was building a bridge to someone else. She began staying late at work more often, dressing up for meetings, and keeping her phone turned face down. She tried to hide it, but small details betrayed her. 2 glasses in the sink when I knew she'd eaten alone, a faint cologne scent on her scarf that wasn't mine. I kept playing my part, the patient, understanding husband. When she said she needed weekends away to think, I agreed. When she claimed she just needed time to breathe, I smiled and nodded. She believed I was buying it, which gave me time to prepare. Then one night, while she was in the shower, her phone buzzed. A preview of a message appeared. "Can't wait until your mind's made up completely." My stomach dropped, but my hand stayed steady. I didn't open it. I didn't have to. I already knew. She wasn't confused or lost. She was making an exit strategy. But she didn't realize that I had started creating one of my own. Quietly, I began gathering everything: bank statements, text logs, photos, messages. I met with a lawyer in secret and learned what I needed to protect myself. Slowly, I started cutting emotional and financial ties, step by step. When she finally told me, "I think I'm ready to take a break, maybe stay with my sister for a bit," I smiled. "Of course," I said, "whatever helps." Her relief was instant, almost smug. She thought she'd fooled me completely. She didn't know that the space she asked for had only cleared my vision. A week later, she left with a suitcase and a half-hearted hug. "This is just temporary," she said before driving off. But I already knew where she was going. Not to her sister's place, but to his. Through a mutual acquaintance, I learned his name, David. Older, wealthier, charming in that polished way that made him seem like the answer to every fantasy. He'd promised her freedom and excitement, and she believed him. I stayed silent. I let her believe she was in control. She sent me short texts. "Hope you're doing okay. I'll check in soon." Each one felt hollow, like she was keeping a safety net in case her new world cracked. I replied politely, never cold, but never invested. And the more distant I became, the more uneasy she grew. Then one night, she called. "Hey," she said, her voice shaky beneath a fake cheer. "Just wanted to see how you were doing." But I could hear it, that tiny tremor of doubt. Maybe her new life wasn't as magical as she'd hoped. Maybe David wasn't what she'd imagined. I didn't comfort her. I simply said, "I'm good, really good." The silence that followed was heavy. She had expected the man she left behind to be broken, waiting for her return. Instead, she heard confidence, freedom, and that's when I realized the truth. She thought she had found her escape, but in the end, She was the one who lost her safety net. She had gambled everything on a fantasy, and I had already walked away from a game long before she knew she'd lost.